Welcome back to another episode of SoCal MR2 Turbo. I've had this truck for about 7 years now. It was one of the more popular videos that I made, and I figured might as well go over the parts that have broken and how well this truck has put up with the abuse we've thrown at it over the years. Let's go give it a wash first. Alrighty, now that she's washed up, one thing that's great is these tracks are completely waterproof, so that's a big bonus. You can take it through the mud, wet grass, never have to worry about it, wash it off after you get it all sandy and dirty. So this is the body that it originally came with. The Traxxas bodies tend to be a little on the more flimsy side. You can see it's faded a little bit from the sun and cracked here and there. This isn't the body that I've completely used the whole time. We've had the truck 7 years, so it's gotten lots of abuse out of it. And one thing you can do to prolong the life of the body is you just take electrical tape and you put it right underneath here where the tires will rub on the body, as well as the side where the bumper it hits. That will prevent the tires from cutting through. You can kind of even see it here, where the body will then go clear and it will burn out the paint to rub it off. But this is the body that I've used the majority of the time. It's a Pro-Line body, so it's a thicker plastic. As you can tell, it has taken quite a beating. You can see a few big dents from crashing into trees or cracks that here and there. But all in all, the Pro-Line body is a great one. As far as the chassis itself goes, what issues we've ran into are, the first thing to go was this rear knuckle here. So that had gone out, maybe a $5 part at most, very cheap to repair. We've had one shock kind of get bent. It was still able to drive and run, so it wasn't an issue, but we did upgrade to the big bore shocks. Ever since, we haven't had a single issue. This truck, originally, it was a brushed motor, so that was all great, but after a while we wanted to go faster and get more airtime, bigger jumps, so we needed to upgrade to the brushless system. With the brushless system, this thing rips. It just burns through tires, so you do have to replace that, quite often being a two-wheel drive, but not so bad that it's annoying. One other thing on the underside, a lot of people do is they upgrade these to RPM A-arms, which are very strong, but I've never had an issue. You can see these have taken plenty of abuse. We've got one screw sort of backing out right here, so I have to tighten that up every once in a while. And this screw, if you can see, it's actually completely cracked. So this is falling out, but you know, it's still holding in there, so no need to replace it. We've lost a bumper over the years, and there is just recently, with the brushless system, it just recently started ticking in the transmission just a bit. So I looked that part up. It's about $42 to replace, but as I said, it's still running, so we're still gonna rip it and take it off road and not have to worry about it. So this truck does have a large body around it, which I believe helps make it so durable, but also the chassis itself is fairly large. Has a higher center of gravity. I know they make ones with lower center of gravity if you're really into racing, but I kind of like the look that this taller chassis gives when you're taking corners. It's a little more scale to what a trophy truck would behave in the sand or in the jumps or the rough terrain. So I'm not going to be changing that anytime soon. Another thing you can upgrade, I had this brushless system sort of laying around because I had it with the slash 4x4 because it was originally brushed and that eventually burned out, but being that it's brushless now, with the Traxxas system it's waterproof, but they make a lot of aftermarket companies that'll do brush systems for you for a little cheaper and they'll be just as fast, so that's a good upgrade you can do. Perfect. Well, I know it's been a while since I've made a video, but thanks to everyone who stayed subscribed, and I'll be making a lot more videos coming up, so definitely comment below what RC you'd like me to get, and I will get it, and I'll start making some more videos.